All right, George Mallet, so we had a cold pasta salad in the first segment with Chef Kathy of Second Helpings, and now it's time for something warmer.
Right.
And with some meat in it.
With some meat in it.
We have some pork in the pan already.
Pork in the pan. We got some nice mortadella that has been donated to us from Smoking Goose. We made this sauce. Volunteers made it back at Second Helpings. We had a lot of tomatoes come in, so we made a fresh tomato sauce, roasted them, roasted the garlic, and put some nice herbs and spices in there. And this is kind of just like what we would do back at Second Helpings. We have big tilts, and that's what they'd be doing. So we're just going to toss the spaghetti's already cooked. So we're going to toss it in here and let everything kind of warm up.
Okay.
And we're going to top it with cheese for you guys to eat, and that's kind of how it goes out. Yeah. So
that's yummy.
Yeah.
You talked about volunteers during the previous segment. What is this like? I mean, is it an assembly line? Like, this is quite the effort, everybody coming together to make this happen.
It is quite the effort. And basically what we do is we kind of have the kitchen, I like to say it's a hot side and a cold side. The hot side, they've got tilt skillets, and those tilt skillets will make up to 500 meals in each skillet. And then we have the cold side where they'll be chopping the meat, chopping the protein or the vegetables, getting everything ready to go into the tilt. So it's kind of an assembly line, but a lot of creativity. If you're on the tilts, I'm kind of like, hey, do what you like. You know?
Do your thing, right?
Okay. We also talked earlier about the success this year of the Gr8 Pasta Push.
Yes.
The number of meals we'll be able to serve as a result is
160,000.
So,
it's a big number.
To what do you attribute the growth year to year?
You know, I think that especially coming out of the pandemic, everybody understands the need. And I mean, I think you guys do a great job helping us get out there, getting the word out. You know, pasta is the one thing that our donors really, they don't donate a lot because it doesn't expire, right? So it hangs on the shelf and they don't have to worry about it. So,
but I mentioned to you earlier, it's so filling, and that's a big part of it, is filling a lot of hungry bellies, especially with the kiddos out there.
It goes far.
Hunger is just a terrible feeling that we don't want anybody
to have to experience. And some of these kids, it's the only meal they'll get.
Yeah.
So one in four of our neighbors is food insecure. So it's a big thing to have this pasta, and
it is.
And I'm gonna
let's serve it up.
Let's serve some up for you guys.
This looks good, and I like how pasta. I mean, you can make it as intricate as you'd like, or
as simple. Yeah. This one is really basic. Now we put a lot into the sauce. There's, like I said, we roasted the tomatoes. We've got roasted garlic in there. Some fresh basil.
You know what my kids love, George? Just spaghetti and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese.
My son's that way too, like buttered noodles with some Parmesan on top.
Right.
I'm like, well, you don't want this sauce, or no, I just want, maybe
sometimes
a little butter.
Nice.
They call it Parmy cheese, but
Parmy cheese. But yeah, so we'll send out. This meal actually is going out today. They're making it back at Second Helping. So
do you mind if we give it a try?
No,
All
go
right,
ahead.
George Mallet,
help yourself, guys.
You take one side, I'll take another.
There we go.
I'm all about the pork.
Yeah, and I mean, it's great mortadella.
And it smells so good, too. And the fact that you guys I'm going to mess this camera up because I keep going back and forth. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Good picture, huh?
So
nice job on the sauce, too.
They did a great job. And this is volunteers. We give them a little bit of a recipe, and they kind of take their own direction and go from there. So it's a really fun place to come in and volunteer. You get a lot of satisfaction sending those meals out every day.
Woo! So we do
the Parmesan cheese is just the right quantity you've put there. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I think
George, I'm going to eat, and you guys